Rice-A-Roni au gratin with broccoli and chicken. It's so easy, it practically makes itself. Welcome to the Salted Pepper, where we cook for real life using real food and we keep it real simple. And today's recipe is so simple. You are gonna love it. The kids are gonna love it. Everybody's gonna love it. First thing we wanna do is get our Possible Cooker Pro preheated, and I'm gonna do that on high, sear saute, and hit start. We're gonna let it go through a little bit of the preheat process while I talk about the ingredients. Then I'm gonna add some avocado oil to get the chicken breast seared up. That is an important step here. It is a little extra of a step, but trust me, you're gonna wanna do it because it's gonna bring flavor into the dish. It's gonna make your chicken look beautiful. What I have here is 4 chicken cutlets, okay? So I took chicken breast, sliced them in half. They are between 4 and 6 ounce portions. You could make them a little bit bigger, but the important thing is make them the same width, okay? So you want them to cook at the same time, and this is a quick recipe, so we need them to be thin. You don't want to put in thick chicken breasts that are whole. They will not cook in time, and if you increase the cooking time, you're going to overcook the rice and potentially curdle the cream. So we don't want to do that, okay? So thin chicken breast for this recipe, and I don't recommend using chicken thighs, okay? You can if you want, but I don't recommend it. This one is for chicken breast, okay? Now, it's rice-a-roni, right? So we have to have a mixture of rice and pasta, and the pasta that I'm using is vermicelli. The difference between vermicelli and angel hair and spaghetti is the width size. So don't worry if you only have spaghetti noodles in your pantry, use those. If you only have angel hair, use those. It's perfectly fine. The amount of difference is very, very small, okay? I've got 3 different ones here, and one is spaghetti, a little bit thicker, one is vermicelli, a little bit thinner, and then we've got our angel hair, which is even thinner than that. I would go with either angel hair or the vermicelli in this recipe if you have one or the other, okay? Go with that. If not, spaghetti's gonna work fine. Then you're just gonna break it up into small pieces. It does not matter the size. Don't worry about that. If they're longer, they're just gonna be longer strands in your end dish. It's perfectly fine. We need 2 ounces of those. Then for the rice, and this is another important thing, but you can switch it up a little bit. I have 1.5 cups of parboiled rice. That's gonna work the best in this recipe, and you don't have to rinse it, so it just saves an extra step, so that's why I like using it. But also, it will not break down as much, and it will not become mushy, all right? So that's why I choose parboiled. Basmati is another great option if you don't have the parboiled, and we are gonna toast both of these up, so don't rinse your basmati rice either, okay? Then we have some cheddar cheese, a little bit of Parmesan cheese, a little bit of cream, chicken stock, frozen broccoli. Frozen broccoli is important if you want to add vegetables to your dish. You can omit this, no problem, but frozen broccoli is important because it's not going to turn to mush during the cook time. All right, we've started to preheat a little bit. Let's go ahead and get in our oil. About 1 to 2 tablespoons is fine. I just like to lightly coat the bottom and then take it all the way through until it says add food. That's gonna heat up the oil so we get a nice sear on the chicken breast. The chicken breasts are simply seasoned with salt and pepper. In fact, the only seasoning in this dish is salt and pepper. You can add other things if you want, a little bit of garlic. You could add chopped onions. You can really change this dish up. You can omit the cheese and make it different. I mean, really, this is customizable to anything that you like. But for me, we're gonna keep it simple and cheesy. All right, so it says add food. Let's go ahead and get our first chicken cutlet in. That is the sizzle you wanna hear. And then leave it alone, okay? And try to space these out so they're not overlapping. Perfect. Now leave them alone and let them sear on high for 3 to 5 minutes. We want nice browning. We want to develop that Maillard reaction, which brings so much flavor into our dish. And then you're gonna want a rack. I'm using the rack that came with my Possible Cooker Pro, but any rack that fits will be fine. And we're gonna put the chicken breasts after we sear them onto the rack, and then we're gonna get the rest of the dish assembled, and then it's a 1-pot meal. Put the lid on, and we're gonna steam for about 14 minutes. All right, this is exactly what we want to look for, that nice browning. All right, once they are done browning, then you're gonna take them out, put them on the tray. We're gonna dump in the vermicelli, the rice. Give that a little stir. Now the idea here is to get the vermicelli and the rice lightly toasted. Again, that brings in a lot of flavor. And we're gonna use 3 tablespoons of salted butter. Well, I'm using 3 tablespoons of salted butter. That's what I like in the recipe. The butter's really optional. You can omit it if you don't want it. You can cut it down, or you can add some more. All right, a little bit of salt and pepper. I'm gonna add 1 teaspoon of fine grind sea salt, or you could use kosher salt, and then 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. That's fine grind black pepper, or you could use coarse pepper. Like I said, you could add garlic, you could add all kinds of things. Mix that around. Looks great. Now, by adding in the frozen broccoli, we're gonna cool this down, so we're gonna avoid burning that vermicelli and rice. Now, this is where it might get interesting for people. If you're used to making rice in the steam mode, you might have been told forever and a day that you are gonna double your liquid to rice ratio. So we have 1.5 cups of rice, and we also have some vermicelli that's going to absorb liquid. So you would think I would have at least 3 cups, but I don't. I have 2¼ cups of chicken stock, 1/2 cup of cream. And the reason why I go light on the liquid is because we're gonna have some juices from the chicken dripping in, and we're gonna have some liquid from the broccoli come out into our dish. And we don't want the rice to be overly watery or liquidy. We want it to be perfect, right? So don't go all the way to 3 cups of liquid in this recipe. Dump that in, give it a stir around. And don't worry about the broccoli florets being big. I just left them as they were in the bag. When I first started testing the recipe, I thought, oh, they're gonna be like too big of a bite, but they actually break down perfectly, and they're the perfect texture. They're not too mushy, and they actually even stay that beautiful bright green color. So super excited about that, because I was worried, honestly, that they would turn a little bit dark. They don't. 4 ounces of shredded sharp cheddar, or any kind of cheese that you like. This is about 1 cup. The Parmesan cheese is 1 ounce of Parmesan, grated very finely. I add this at the end. It would not hurt if you added it in now, but I like to add it in, stir it in at the end. I just think you really get that burst of that Parmesan flavor, which is perfect for this au gratin rice-a-roni. And then the cream is 1/2 cup. Now, can you use milk? You can, but you're gonna have more stability with your cream. It's gonna make for a better texture overall, so I recommend using heavy cream, 1/2 cup. Put that in, we'll give it a stir. We'll get our chicken back in and our lid on, and then we will go on the steam mode for 14 minutes. When you're putting on the lid and you're going under steam, you want the hole to be away from you, so that when you look into the pot, because you will look in the pot, you don't want to be blasted with the steam. All right, now we're gonna turn this off and switch functions real quick. Don't be surprised if you don't have a long preheat for the steam. We've already built a lot of heat in the pot, so don't worry about that. That's why we go 14 minutes. Okay, let me explain why I pulled that chicken out. The reason being is because my chicken breast that I got and sliced myself. Ended up slicing very thinly. Normally chicken cutlets are about 1/2 of an inch. Mine in some places are just 1/4 of an inch. I did not want them to overcook. You can leave your chicken in during this 5-minute rest period. So the pot has turned off, that's perfectly fine. You can, it's blinking high, but it's off, okay? After steam, doesn't go to keep warm, it just turns off. You can put it on keep warm, you can leave it alone, it doesn't matter, but you do want to keep the lid on for another 5 minutes. That's gonna help the rice absorb any extra liquid, and then we will stir in the Parmesan cheese and we will serve everything up. So 5-minute rest period, whenever you're making rice, is a good idea. All right, let's see what we have. It looks amazing. It smells amazing. And look at that. Oh my gosh. That is what you want. Oh my goodness. Wasn't that easy? I get so excited about these kind of meals because they are so simple. Make sure you get all of that Parmesan cheese in there. You could use pre-shredded if you wanted to. And let's just stir this up and plate it up. And you have a homemade meal, less than 30 minutes, easy ingredients, simple seasonings. Everybody's gonna love it. All right, there we go. Dinner is served. All right, first thing I'm gonna do before I even cut into this chicken is taste the broccoli because, and this is a stem, and if that's perfectly cooked, everything else is gonna be great. Oh my goodness, it's hot though, but wow, is that good. Oh my goodness, that is the perfect texture. All right, let's look at the chicken. Oh, lovely. Look at that. That is perfect. It is still so moist. I did do a temp off camera and I was getting a little nervous that it was up over 170. It was like 180 or something. I was like, oh my gosh, I hope I don't dry out this chicken because that would just be, you know, the way things happen on videos. It isn't, it's perfect. That's why I love using steam. Oh my gosh. But get that sear on first because that brings the flavor. Oh my goodness. All right, this is perfect. I mean, it's comfort food, homemade, easy, and delicious. You definitely want to try this one.